Right now, Live at 5 taking a toll. More and more people are shopping online during the pandemic, and that's hitting small businesses. The impact it could have as we enter the holiday shopping season.
We hear from county officials as they prepare for election night.
And with Election Day only a week out, a major northwest Wisconsin city is in need of more poll workers. How you can get involved. Plus, an Ashland Community Center is closed after a COVID case is confirmed. That and more in today's City by City.
Details on how a lifeline could soon be coming to the Duluth tourism industry to help places like Spirit Mountain.
You're watching Live at 5 on Live Local CBS 3.
Welcome to the CBS 3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look from City Hall, where we are learning more about just how many people have already voted ahead of next week's election. Meanwhile, many polling stations are calling for more workers on Election Day. Good evening, I'm Kristen Bakke.
And I'm Anthony Matt. Thanks for joining us. We are 1 week away from Election Day, and many people have already cast their vote.
But with all the early voting, one question is on many people's minds. Will votes be counted the night of the election? CBS 3's Emma Quinn joins us live. And Emma, you spoke with county officials today. Did they have any insight into what we should expect on Election Day?
Kristen, St. Louis County Clerk Phil Chapman says they've been preparing for Tuesday for quite some time now, and they are right on schedule to get polling places ready and to be counting those absentee ballots. Now, Chapman says they expected an increase in absentee ballots this year due to the pandemic, and as of today, voters in St. Louis County have requested 56,600 absentee ballots, and almost 41,000 of those have been returned. Counting those ballots could take longer than the typical night of elections because Minnesota's legislature made a change to absentee ballot voting. If a ballot is postmarked on or before November 3rd, counties in Minnesota can still count ballots up to November 10th.
Should be aware that the numbers are going to change over the course of time as we receive and tabulate the additional absentee ballots.
Chapman says they've been able to start putting the ballots through the machine, but they aren't able to access race totals until 8 p.m. on Election Day when the polls close. Now, Chapman says the number of absentee ballots they're seeing this year for the election is almost 3 times the amount they saw for the 2016 presidential election.
Well, Emma, as you mentioned, we're seeing huge numbers of people voting early and absentee. Is there any concern if a ballot is filled out incorrectly and needs to be returned?
Kristen, Chapman says as of right now, there isn't a concern. As long as there is contact information on that ballot, they will be able to fix any mistakes. If not, a new absentee ballot will be mailed out to a voter.
All right, some good information there for folks as Election Day inches near. Thanks, Emma.
Well, now let's take a look at how and when you need to return your ballots in the tri-state area. In Minnesota, the current rule says your mail-in ballots must be postmarked by Election Day, November 3rd. It has to arrive at your clerk's office by November 10th. That rule is currently facing a Republican challenge in the court, which could overturn the 7-day counting extension. You can return your absentee ballot in person no later than 3 p.m. on Election Day to the election office that sent your ballot. You can apply for an absentee ballot anytime except the day of the election. And in Wisconsin, all ballots will be due on November 3rd. The deadline to request a ballot by mail is this Thursday. Your ballot must be received by 8 p.m. on Election Day. And in Michigan, your mail-in ballot must be received by November 3rd. You may also return your ballot in person by 8 p.m. on Election Day. The deadline to request a ballot by mail is 5 p.m. Friday.
As we enter crunch time in a number of political races, a new early voting location is coming to St. Louis County. This afternoon, Minnesota Governor Tim Walz and Attorney General Keith Ellison announced new pop-up early voting sites across the state. In total, there will be a total of 32 sites, including one at the St. Louis County Courthouse here in Duluth. State Representative Liz Olson tells us this is just another way to make the voting process easier in such a difficult year.
So this is just another opportunity for Minnesotans to cast their ballot at a different location and make it convenient and easy for folks to do so.
Most sites will be open until Monday. You can find the full schedule for our pop-up location on our website, cbs3duluth.com.
And with Election Day only a week out, Superior needs more poll workers. According to the mayor's office, the city has already received more than 6,000 absentee and early voting ballots. With Wisconsin seeing its highest COVID-19 infection rates to date, some poll workers have decided to back out. So far this year, no employees have tested positive at polling locations during the spring election or special election for the 7th Congressional District. If you're interested in volunteering, you can find more information on our website.
1 week to go, and the presidential candidates are holding multiple campaign events today to reach out to voters who have yet to cast a ballot. President Trump even calling for some who have already voted to change their mind. Natalie Brand has more details from the White House.
Joe Biden is hoping to flip a traditional Republican stronghold, holding 2 campaign events today in Georgia.
I'm running as a proud Democrat, but I will govern as an American president.
Biden's first stop was in Warm Springs, Georgia, where Franklin Delano Roosevelt spent time trying to recover from polio. Biden used the stop to call for healing in America's politics.
We've stopped seeing dignity in one another. We've stopped showing each other respect.
The latest CBS News Battleground Tracker poll shows a dead-even race in the Peach State.
Our poll numbers are phenomenal, our real poll numbers, not the fake numbers that the media gives.
President Trump is trying to defend states he won in 2016 with rallies in Michigan and Wisconsin before heading to Nebraska.
Nebraska won, you know, I'm way up. But Nebraska, too, I'd like to get it. And it's something that a lot of Republicans don't get. At the same time, I'm right by Iowa.
The president has 3 more rallies today with stops in Michigan, Wisconsin, and Nebraska. President Trump has mocked Biden for having a lighter travel schedule.
I think he's doing it because he can't answer questions. Really.
Reporters questioned Biden about his travel plans during an unscheduled stop in Philadelphia yesterday.
The big difference between us and the reason why it looks like we're not traveling, we're not putting on super spreaders.
More than 64 million Americans have already cast their ballots, and President Trump is asking some of those early voters to change their vote from Biden to Trump. The president tweeted that people are Googling, "Can I change my vote?" and telling them to go do it. Most states do not allow early or absentee voters to change their minds, but a few do, including Wisconsin, where voters can do it up to 3 times. This CBS News Battleground Tracker poll shows Biden with a lead among voters in some key states who have already cast ballots. But President Trump has more support among those who have yet to vote.
The only states that allow early and absentee voters to change their minds are Wisconsin, as we mentioned, Michigan, New York, and Connecticut.
In other national news, the GOP-controlled Senate has voted to confirm now Justice Amy Coney Barrett to the U.S. Supreme Court. This after a partisan 52-48 vote. The move fills the late Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg's seat and creates a 6-3 conservative majority on the High Court. President Trump swore in Justice Barrett during a ceremony following the confirmation. And back here locally, Dave, is it November out there or is it December? It does not feel like late October.
And there's a little bit of a wind chill factor going on, too. On that note, the winds are going to stay gusty, and we're still looking at a gale warning then over Lake Superior. But at least tonight, the wind chill factor won't be as prevalent as it was for some towns this morning because temperatures are warming up as the clouds go up. So if you're a late season boater, tonight's not the night, and the season is getting awfully late. Here's what's happening. Higher pressure settled in today, brought a little bit of a cool down indeed. Brimson, for example, was as low as 2 above this morning. But now that low skirting the Canadian border to the west is increasing the clouds and also increasing a chance for a little bit of a light rain and snow mix. I was thinking last night that might dodge us, just bring clouds but no precip. Now it looks like a 20 to 30% chance for said precip. So for Wednesday, look for a mostly cloudy sky and a trace of snow showers coming across. But warmer temperatures come across as well, 25 above instead of 2 above tomorrow morning. And we'll top out at 42, better than the 30 or so we got today. Is that close to normal? Well, I'll show you with the almanac here coming up in just a bit.
Thanks, Dave. Still to come on Live at 5, the Itasca Ski Club has named their Coach of the Year, plus the Breading Community Center is shut down after a confirmed COVID case. City by City is up next.
And tonight at 6, in the last 3 weeks, Hibbing has seen a major rise in COVID-19 cases. Tonight, we look at what's fueling the rapid growth.
You're watching Live at 5 with Kristen Vaki, Anthony Matt, and weather with meteorologist Dave Anderson on Live, Local, CBS 3.
Season 2 is
The
here.
Kelly Clarkson Show, weekdays at 3 on CBS 3.
Now at Home Furniture, get 7% tax relief savings on purchases of $499 or more. Plus 0 down, no interest financing until 2022. And free no-contact shipping on orders $499 or more. Tax relief savings going on now at Home Furniture.
First, the radical left came after Republicans like me.
Then the radical left came after police officers like me.
Now, they're coming after you. We live in dangerous times. That's why I'll always defend the police and your Second Amendment right to defend your family. Tina Smith has already voted against both. I'm Jason Lewis, and not only do I approve of this message, I guarantee it.
Not bad. Let's keep practicing.
Hello, I'm Steve Little with Bath Planet. For the month of October, we are offering free installation for bathtubs, showers, safety tubs, and surrounds. Get your dream bathroom with free installation. As always, you can still get one of our great financing options for low monthly payments, or 0 down, 0 interest, and 0 payments until 2022. This offer ends October 31st, so call us today or go online to book your appointment to take advantage of this amazing offer. Bath Planet, out of this world service, down to earth price.
With ongoing racial unrest across the nation, we're digging into the role race could play on the 2020 election.
CBS 3 News presents Race and Campaign 2020.
Rebuilding Minnesota in a post-pandemic world will take heart and hard work. I'm Michelle Lee, your DFL candidate for Senate District 11. From Teamsters to teachers to laborers to public service professionals, I've earned endorsements from union and labor organizations representing thousands of our essential workers. Now I'm asking for your personal endorsement on Election Day, your vote. Together, we're Minnesota Strong. I'm Michelle Lee, and I approve this message.
Christmas is now open at Home Seasonal Concepts. Get 50% off a great selection of trees, wreaths, garland, and all your holiday decor needs. Save 50% on Christmas at Home Seasonal Concepts inside all home furniture showrooms.
Welcome back to the CBS 3 News Live at 5. Here's a live look from Grand Rapids on this Tuesday afternoon. It's a chilly one out there. Dave Anderson will tell us how long that's going to last in just a few minutes. But first, let's take a quick look around the region.
The Itasca Ski Club has chosen their Coach of the Year. Plus, this early snowfall won't derail reconstruction projects on the Iron Range.
That and more as we take you around the Northland, city by city.
We'll start things off in Coleraine, where the Itasca Ski Club and the USA Nordic Association are honoring a senior member for her continued devotion and work in the alpine industry. Susan Kavanaugh has been honored as Coach of the Year by the association. Susan is a level 100 certified ski jumping coach and has received the award for her work with junior jumpers and athletes, as well as her commitment to the Itasca Ski Club.
Now heading out to Eveleth and Gilbert, where the reconstruction of the Highway 37 project of Highway 37 is still on track despite early snowfalls. Engineers with the Department of Transportation said the project will still meet its target completion date for 2020. The $6.5 million project is expected to be wrapped up by next October. The project got a late start beginning last July.
And finally, we'll finish off in Ashland, where the Bredding Community Center is closed following a positive COVID test that was confirmed there. The Department of Health confirmed the positive test of a staff member at the center, but could not release the identity due to privacy concerns. Gymnastics classes have been put on hold and parents have been notified. A date has not been released on when the center could reopen.
If there's something going on in your neighborhood that you think we should know about, send us an email and it might be featured as we go around the Northland city by city.
Still to come on Live at 5, despite the pandemic and financial strain of COVID-19, many Americans have already started their Christmas shopping.
It's beginning to look a lot like winter just outside of Ely, and a little more dusting of snow could come across northern towns tonight, and maybe slightly for the rest of us as well, as a small trough of low pressure works by, skirting the Canadian border. It also means a warm-up, though, so we're not going to be as cold tomorrow morning. I'll talk about what the temps will do coming up right after our break.
They're live, they're local. Watch the CBS 3 News with Kristen Baki and Anthony Matt tonight at 6, right after the CBS Evening News at 5:30.
We've been through a lot this year, and it all feels so personal. Your health and your family's well-being, the businesses you built, your kids' education. So many of you have told me that you want us to move forward, get this virus under control. Rebuild American manufacturing. Support innovation and small businesses. Make America work for all of us. I'm Tina Smith, and I approve this message because we get it done when we work together.
We all know that on its own, his work does not capture the full measure of Joe Biden. Folks don't just feel like they know Joe, the politician, they feel like they know the person. When Joe sticks up for the little guy, we hear the young boy who used to stand in front of the mirror, determined to vanquish a debilitating stutter. When Joe talks to auto workers whose livelihoods he helped save, we hear the son of a man who once lost his job. When Joe talks about hope and opportunity for our children, we hear the father who rode the rails home every night so he could be there to tuck his kids into bed. When Joe talks to Gold Star families who've lost a hero, we hear another father of an American veteran, somebody whose faith has been tested and who knows who to lean on to find the light. A resilient and loyal and humble servant. And through his life, he has never once forgotten the values and the moral fiber that made him who he is. The best part is he's nowhere close to finish.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
Watch Jeopardy at 4:30, followed by CBS 3 Live at 5 on Live Local CBS 3.
Fond du Lac Casino is hiring. Apply today.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Let's check in with meteorologist Caitlin Moffitt this morning.
And the below average trend
Thanks so much for joining us. So wake up with us starting at 5 a.m.
Watch Caitlin and Jenna in the morning at 5 and 6 a.m. on CBS 3.
The Kelly Clarkson Show right here.
Weekdays at 3 on CBS 3. Now, the CBS 3 Duluth WeatherMax forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
Well, this morning it did get pretty chilly around many of our towns. Brimson seems to be leading the charge with 2 above there. And other places were in the single digits as well. Silver Bay, for example, only made it to 7. Hibbing dipped to 9. And in Wisconsin, a few towns there got into the single digits as well. 7s for Solon Springs and a 9 in Hawarden. Ironwood dropped to 7 degrees too. But with clouds increasing tonight, we'll get a chance for a little bit of flurry activity that I thought was going to stay away. But now it looks like there's a 30% chance it'll come. And the other thing then is it will warm up. We'll double these temperatures. We'll go towards 25 or so for the overnight low temps. Almost time to kick off the extra blanket I'm sure most of us put on just the other night. Oh, well, that's the way it goes once in a while. Here's the way it's going at the airport right now. It's 30 degrees. 49% is the relative humidity with the southwest wind at 17 miles per hour, and that helps explain why there's the gale warning going on Lake Superior. 29.96 inches of mercury is the air pressure, 1,015 millibars, riding that nether region between being actual high pressure and actual low pressure. But there is a low bearing down upon us, so tonight and tomorrow there's that 30% chance for a couple of snow showers. Looking at our regional temperatures at this hour, we have low 30s in the Upper Peninsula, a range of 30 to 33 in northwestern Wisconsin, and Minnesota numbers are going from as cool as 28 or so from Big Fork to as warm as 34 on Park Point, and even a 36 to report by the lake in Grand Marais. Temperatures high-wise tomorrow will push back into the lower 40s, which will be nice after today, but do keep in mind about 46, 47 is where we're supposed to go. So we'll be closer, but no candy cigar quite yet. Doppler map right now shows the low pressure system coming our way, pushing clouds into the region. And we're also starting to see some snow showers buzzing around places like International Falls, and then going towards Crane Lake and through the Echo Trail area, and probably down towards Ely as the evening goes on. It's very light. Accumulations likely will be only about a tenth or so here, and could continue to go through tomorrow as that low continues to work its way by the Canadian border. But that may be the only precip we get here this week for the next 7 days, because as early as Thursday, high pressure settles back in, makes it sunny, and also warms us up just a little bit. 2 of the days ahead for the next 7 could hit 45 degrees, and that'll be pretty close to normal, and it will also be the best we're going to manage here for a while as we try to shake off the cold snap. Now, let's see what's happening tonight in Minnesota. Much warmer indeed. Low temps will run from 25 to 30. And there's that 30% mixed chance coming around from that small trough of lower pressure. And after midnight, it could spill into Wisconsin and Michigan as well, with low temps there in the mid to upper 20s. Eyeing up the high temps for Wisconsin tomorrow with that 30% mixed chance, we'll have the low 40s. And in Minnesota, I think the range of high temps will go from 38 up north to 42 down towards Moose Lake with the 30% mixed chance tossed in between. And then it goes away once we get towards Thursday. And that high settling in will be a persistent one. Tony, Kristen, fairly sunny from Thursday through next Tuesday.
Okay.
And the high temperatures will rise to the occasion, at least on Saturday when we get to 45. Ooh. And it'll come back again by Tuesday.
We're getting back to that point of the year where 45 sounds kind of like a heat wave for us.
And with Minnesota deer season coming up here in a little more than a week, we'll let the hunters decide if that's too warm or not.
I personally like a little colder. Thanks, Dave.
Yeah, me too.
Well, Visit Duluth is hoping to attract more people to the area this winter, but they're missing one thing to do it, and that's the money. Just like many businesses, Visit Duluth was hit hard by the pandemic. They say they've lost millions of dollars in revenue. Now they're asking DETA to step in and help with a $100,000 grant. 82% of the money would fund winter marketing to support the entire tourism industry. It would promote places like Bentleyville and Spirit Mountain, along with other attractions and businesses. The other 18% of the money would fund 2 full-time staff in November and December to carry out the campaign. Visit Duluth's CEO says this money is vital.
We just conducted a member survey last week, and we have more than 30% of the respondents saying without federal relief or some other type of support, they are looking at ceasing operations within 3 to 6 months.
DETA will vote on the grant on Wednesday evening.
Believe it or not, for many Americans, the holiday shopping season is well underway. A recent survey from Affirm found nearly half of those who took the survey started buying gifts online in September. But the shift to the web and the pandemic are having a big impact on local retailers. Anna Werner reports.
It's just really one of a kind.
Louisa Cerruti and Nikki Lindheimer opened their tiny store Domus with its gifts and home goods in Midtown Manhattan 18 years ago. But sidewalks normally bustling with people are now often silent. This holiday season, Cerruti says, they're likely to lose hundreds of thousands of dollars.
For 3.5 weeks before Christmas, we do 1/4 of the entire year of business.
Experts say foot traffic in retail stores is down and consumers are cutting spending too. Around 52% expect their total holiday spending to be less than last year. And according to a recent survey, nearly half of respondents plan to do their holiday shopping online. Ariane Durrell is one of them.
Just to be a little bit safer.
The Marietta, Georgia mother says she's ordering early because of a snafu this summer. The electric Jeep she ordered online in June for her daughter's 4th birthday in July arrived late.
July was kind of more of a lesson learned to actually take a little bit more time shopping for things instead of waiting for last minute.
How big of a Christmas Grinch could the shipping issue be?
This is going to be a big issue.
Ken Perkins with the research firm Retail Metrics says online holiday shoppers should start now.
You're looking at a potential doubling in the number of e-commerce orders this year. I think this year, if consumers wait till the last minute, they're going to be deeply disappointed.
So you might be wondering, what's the spending forecast for this season? Well, Perkins says it could go either way. With unemployment and stimulus uncertainty, many people may not spend as much, or they may spend more since they aren't traveling and may be looking for some retail therapy.
Still to come, Itasca County is giving an update on their fight against COVID-19.
First, the radical left came after Republicans like me.
Then the radical left came after police officers like me.
Now, they're coming after you. We live in dangerous times. That's why I'll always defend the police and your Second Amendment right to defend your family. Tina Smith has already voted against both. I'm Jason Lewis, and not only do I approve of this message, I guarantee it.
Not bad.
Let's keep practicing.
When it comes to COVID-19, Wisconsin has been playing a lot of defense lately.
In fact, the spread is causing significant risk in our state. There's not much time left on the clock.
But with the right game plan, we can turn this around.
Wear a mask, wash your hands, maintain social distance.
We can't win unless it's a team effort. Let's all work together to slow the spread of COVID-19 before it's too late.
Let's do this, Wisconsin.
Let's do this, Wisconsin.
Let's do this, Wisconsin.
We
We've been down this road long enough, but Tom Tiffany wants to keep us going in the wrong direction. Even during a pandemic, Tiffany supports taking away protections for pre-existing conditions, kicking millions off their health insurance, and forcing you to pay more. There's another way. Tricia Zunker. Zunker will put our families first with better health care and help for small businesses, workers, and farmers to get our economy moving again. Tricia Zunker for Congress.
I'm Tricia Zunker, and I approve this message.
Do you have a loved one that needs a little extra help? Do they want to be in the comfort of their own home instead of an unfamiliar place? Let the Dove Home Health professionals be that caring and professional support. With a number of services such as skilled in-home nursing, physical and occupational therapy, pain management, and other specialties, we strive to keep our clients safe while promoting their independence. Let the Dove Home Health professionals help your loved ones stay at home.
Truck toppers, lids, liners, and accessories. Northwest Outlet is your truck topper headquarters of the Northland. Northwest Outlet has a large variety of ARE toppers for all makes and models of trucks, foreign or domestic, in all kinds of custom colors and styles and free installation. ARE's smooth, sculptured profiles and tight fit make it hard to see where the cab ends and the topper begins. Beautiful and rugged ARE has the highest quality construction for strength and durability. Northwest Outlet, 1814 Belknap Superior, the store that saves you more.
It's coming. You ready? Because Toro's Snow Days sale is here. With the #1 brand in snowblowers, you will dominate winter. And now during Toro's Snow Days, get up to $100 off select 2-stage snowblowers, up to $40 off select 60-volt battery snowblowers, and up to $50 off select single-stage snowblowers. Plus great financing offers. Win winter with Toro.
Coming up tonight, we find out if votes will be counted on election night.
As planned, this morning got a little bit chilly, but more moderate temperatures could be easing our way in just a couple of days, and I'll tell you about them at 10.
The Kelly Clarkson Show, right here.
Weekdays at 3 on CBS 3.
Leaders in Itasca County are seeing reduced spread of COVID-19, but they warn they're not out of the woods quite yet. As of last Friday, the county's 14-day positivity rate per 10,000 residents stood at 39. Earlier this month, that number was 54. However, the Minnesota Department of Health suggests communities have control of the spread when the rate is 10 or lower. The county's public health department is still asking everyone to social distance, wear a mask, and avoid gatherings.
Meanwhile, Minnesota's Department of Health says 3 COVID-19 outbreaks have been tracked back to campaign events put on by President Donald Trump. At least 23 cases have been traced back to 3 events in September. Contact tracers have reported at least 16 cases, including 2 hospitalizations from the September 18th rally in Bemidji. 3 COVID-19 infections have been traced back to a September 24th event in Minneapolis. And lastly, 4 cases have been traced back to that Duluth rally held on September 30th. Health officials say a counter-protest on September 18th also resulted in 4 cases, with another 1 being linked to a Joe Biden event.
Coming up on the CBS Evening News, 1 week until Election Day, the closing arguments, why former Vice President Joe Biden is campaigning in traditionally red Georgia, as President Trump barnstorms 3 Midwestern states amid reports his campaign is low on cash. Plus, as CBS News exclusive, 2 jurors in the Breonna Taylor case tell Gayle King why they wish they could have considered more serious charges against the police. And the tribute to Engine 1446, the heroic firefighters who, beyond fighting the fires, are spreading kindness. That's all tonight here on the CBS Evening News.
CBS 3 closed captioning is brought to you by Essentia Health. Need a flu shot? Find flu booth dates and locations at essentiahealth.org.
Legendary. Legendary. Are you ready?
Right now, you can get $2,000 customer cash on a new 2020 Camry or new 2020 RAV4. Visit Toyota.com to learn more. Toyota, let's go places.
Get out and experience the great outdoors this winter with gear from your friends at Continental Ski and Bike. Continental has Alpine, Nordic, and fat biking gear for the whole family. Looking to tune your current gear? Let Continental technicians tune up your skis for your next adventure.
Senate District 11 has been my home for 40 years. I built a home here. I raised a family here. And now I want to be your state senator. As a journalist, I dedicated my life to listening and learning about your lives. I'm still listening. Together, we'll make sure that health care is affordable, our children have good schools, and our communities thrive. I'll be your voice in St. Paul, but I need your vote to get there. I'm Michelle Lee, and I approve this message.
To all our MediaCom customers, thank you.
We just want to say thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for trusting us to keep your family connected.
We'll do whatever it takes.
Yep, we got you.
Thank you so much for being patient and your support.
You all are the reason that we do what we do, and we couldn't do it without you.
So thank you. We appreciate you, and please stay safe.
Thank you for being a part of our MediaCom family.
You're the best.
Thank you.
I set you free. I told you could.
Season 2 is
The
here.
Kelly Clarkson Show, weekdays at 3 on CBS 3.
With ongoing racial unrest and across the nation, we're digging into the role race could play on the 2020 election.
CBS 3 News presents Race and Campaign 2020.
Welcome back. Let's look back on our top stories and preview what's coming up at 6. We're 1 week away from Election Day, and many people have already cast their vote. In Wisconsin, they say ballots will be counted once the polls close, and results should come in just like any previous election. But over here in Minnesota, it could take almost a week before final results are counted.
And tonight at 6, in the last 3 weeks, Hibbing has seen a major rise in COVID-19 cases. On October 3rd, Hibbing had 103 confirmed cases. In that week, the number has grown by more than 100. We'll have more from officials tonight at 6. We'll see you then.
Thanks for joining us.